One of the features of Windows 10 that I have wanted to use and love for a good while now is the app called Your Phone. Now, basically what this app does is it allows you to access your phone from your computer in the sense that you can see some of your photos, notifications, text messages, even receive phone calls or screen mirroring wirelessly from your Android device over to your PC. In fact, this is what Your Phone app actually looks like. You can see my Surface Duo is presented up here at top because it is linked currently with this computer with my Your Phone app. If I had any notifications, they would show up here. Recent photos will show up on this screen, which doesn't work super well because I use Google Photos, so I don't keep many photos actually physically on my phone. There's an option here to actually mirror your phone's screen wirelessly over to your computer, and it works relatively well. I've actually used it to capture footage from my Duo on several different videos, and that works well. And then you have the availability to actually make and receive calls from your PC, coming from your phone. You may ask yourself, okay, well, what's the problem here? What about the Your Phone app do you not like? What doesn't work well for you? And for me, the primary use for me for the Your Phone app is actually just receiving my text messages on my computer. Typically when I'm sitting here at my desk, my phone is sitting here next to me, but it's a Duo, it's closed. If I get a text message, I can be working here, switch over to my other monitor where Your Phone is, and I can respond to that text message or whatever, see the notifications there, and go back to what I was doing. Great, all well and good. Here's the problem with Your Phone, and maybe this is a problem you've been experiencing. From the very beginning for me, text messages just don't come through correctly. They don't send correctly. I'll look at my list of text messages, and I'll have, the messages it's showing are from yesterday. I can hit refresh. It says it refreshes. Nothing happens. I can toggle where I'm connected, disconnected. Sometimes that fixes it. Sometimes it doesn't. I go in, I can send a message. It'll say sending forever. And if I look at my phone, it sent the message, but I don't know that it's sent there. And sometimes it sends duplicate messages to people. Generally speaking, it's just kind of a mess for me. And I don't know what it is. It does the same thing on my Surface Pro 7. It does the same thing on my computer. It did the same thing with my OnePlus 7 Pro, and it does it with my Surface Duo, and it's super frustrating. It's such a simple feature that I want this thing to do, and it just doesn't work well. Well, luckily, there is actually an alternative that works pretty well. Luckily, if all you want to do is get your text messages on your computer, and you're using an Android device or an iOS device, I presume this works just the same on iOS, there's a really good alternative. The only thing that you need to do is you need to be using Google Messages as your text messenger of choice on your device, which luckily enough, I've been using Google Messages for years now, so no change there. Google Messages is really solid. RCS is part of it as well, so it works really well, and it works pretty much across the board. So as long as you can install Google Messages, you can do this. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into your Google Messages, and then up in the top right corner, you're going to select your options, and then you're going to look for Messages for Web. So once you've selected that, you'll have it pretty much all displayed there for you. You're going to go to messages.google.com on your computer, and then you're going to click on QR code scanner. So once on your computer, you've gone to messages.google.com, you're going to get a screen that looks like this. So back on your phone, you click on that option that said QR reader. You're going to point your camera at that QR. And then once you've done that, boom, there's your messages. You can send and receive messages, no big deal. RCS will function properly. And then a really cool feature that you can do from here, if you're using Chrome or Edge, is you can actually you can click on your settings up here, go to apps, and there should be a button here that says something like install as an app. So now what I actually have here is down here on my taskbar, I have it linked where if I open it up, it opens it up in its own window like this instead of just being in a regular browser window. And it works well. It makes a sound when I get a message, so it alerts me. And generally speaking, it's just consistent. It works every single time without fail. You can do this and sign in on multiple different computers, and it's fine. I actually use my Pixel 3 here, which I occasionally will have with me in conjunction with my Duo as a better camera, and I actually have signed into Google Messages on here and pinned a shortcut so that I can actually text from here. When I send it from here, it gets picked up by my Duo and then sent off. So I get all my messages on both phones, and it works just the same. You just go to messages.google.com and then add it to your home screen. And there you go. You've got it working that way too. So this may be something all of you guys may already know, but there's a lot of people that I see talking about the Surface Duo that maybe aren't big Android people, and maybe they don't know the ins and outs of these things. So I thought it might be a useful, beneficial tip for some of you guys out there that are trying to use your phone, but are maybe having some of the same sorts of problems that I've been having. In fact, there was a message coming through on my Pixel 3. It just picked up the message I just received. So maybe some of you guys have been having the same problem as I have with the Your Phone app, and maybe all you want it to do is to send and receive your text messages. If that's the case, ditch Your Phone, pin messages from Google, and roll on. So guys, hope this video is helpful to some of you guys. Until the next video, stay nerdy, my friends. If you enjoy my content, please consider becoming a Scary If Literal member. You'll get access to a whole bunch of emoticons to use with live streams and a shout out on an upcoming video. Thanks as always for your continued support.